Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we have discussed about the Schmidt rearrangement reaction or Schmidt reaction. What do you mean by the Schmidt reaction? We just started as a definition of that Schmidt rearrangement reaction. Remember, in Schmidt rearrangement reaction, the conversion of carboxylic acid to primary amine is known as Schmidt rearrangement reaction, and he has taken as a starting material is a carboxylic acid in presence of hydroxyic acid and sulfuric acid. That produce resulting compound produce will be the primary amines through alkyl or phenyl isocyanate intermediate resulting into the primary amines. And there how the mechanism involved in Schmidt rearrangement reaction, that we already discussed, and today we are going to discuss the remaining part of the Schmidt rearrangement reaction. After getting as an intermediate, or generally on carboxylic acid, there is a conversion of carboxylic acid to amine that we have seen, but is there any other alternative use for in a Schmidt rearrangement reaction? How that reaction can be established into some other product, that we are going to discuss here today. The second example, in the first example we have seen the symmetrical ketone produced as a N-substituted amides, unsymmetrical ketones. There is a migration competition, and that how the one group migrate over the another, that migratory aptitude means the natural tendency of migration of alkyl as well as aryl. In case of aryl group, if electron releasing groups are present, its migratory aptitude is increased, or we can say in a scientific language, the electron releasing group facilitated by electron releasing group means that migratory aptitude. And if or while electron withdrawing group retard the Schmidt reaction or Lawson reaction, or whatever reaction we have seen in case of that alkyl or aryl group migrated from carbonyl carbon to the electron deficient nitrogen atom. So that is a general trend we observed in those rearrangement reaction. Now the second example we are discussing here, aldehydes on Schmidt reaction give mixture of nitriles and N-formyl derivative. Migration of hydrogen gives a nitrile, and migration of alkyl or aryl group in aldehyde yield N-formyl derivatives. Let's see here. We have a starting compound RC double bond OH is a aldehyde, and it will be treated with Hydroxyic acid, we know the formula. HN3 is called as a hydroxyic acid, and generally these reactions are carried out in presence of sulfuric acid H2SO4. The resulting intermediate obtained here will be R C double bond, then H, N triple bond, N positive charge on it. This is a intermediate we are getting, or the transition state we can say, and then there will be a elimination of nitrogen atom, nitrogen molecule, because it is a very stable, and therefore driving force behind it is the formation of, or the evolution of nitrogen atom. When that get evaluated, the product here a migration of hydrogen, a route migration of hydrogen. In short, I am writing over here, when migration of H take place, we are getting here generally R C H double bond N. This is a compound which we are getting. Now here the migration of that hydrogen atom from here to here, taking its bonding lone pair on it, and we are getting here R C positive charge double bond N and H. This type of the species is obtained, and when there is a loss of proton here, minus H plus is lost like this, and it will give R C triple bond N, and that is called as a alkyl nitrile. We are getting as a alkyl nitrile as an product over here. Now look at here, in a B route, via B route, suppose migration of R take place over here, migration of R occurs, then we will be getting here R N double bond, R N double bond C positive charge over here, and the hydrogen atom over here. Now then there will be a attack of water molecule like this, and we will be getting here R N, then double bond CH OH like this. And now when this is obtained, it will give form as a double bond over here, and this hydrogen atom comes here, R N, then C double bond OH. That is a N formyl group is obtained here. N formyl group, N formyl substituted compound we are getting over here. So overall reaction, if you see over here, overall reaction RC double bond OH, then it will be treated with HN3 hydroxyic acid in presence of H2SO4. It produces RC triple bond N as well as RNCHO. This type of the product are formed. If predict the product, then you can directly show this type of the product over there. One we are getting a nitrile, another one will be the N-formylaldehyde. So now these are the some of the description regarding that Schmidt rearrangement reaction we have discussed so far. The last point remaining of this reaction will be the application. Now let us see what are those applications of this Schmidt rearrangement reactions. So let's see here the Schmidt applications. Now we are discussing as applications. Here first application we are discussing. First one, primary amines in good yield are obtained directly from the acids provided that acids do not contain a group which is sensitive to action of sulfuric acid. The only disadvantage of Schmidt reaction is that hydroxyic acid is highly toxic and explosive, and therefore it is dangerous to handle. That the one of the drawback of this reagent or this reaction. Otherwise, whatever the compounds are obtained that are very good in yield. Let us see here one of the example. Suppose you have this type of the compound COOH. At this position nitro group is there, and at this position, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, at 3 and 5 position there will be a nitro group. So you can call it as a 3,5 dinitro benzoic acid. This is the name of this compound, and when this compound treated with HN3 hydroxyic acid in presence of H2SO4, we know the mechanism, and therefore those are knowing the mechanism, they can able to predict the product. What happening here? The carboxylic acid, instead of that carboxylic acid, that get converted into as a amines, so that we are going to get the product over here will be this one, NH2 here. That carboxylic group get converted into as a amine, and we will be getting here O2N, and then NO2 group over here. And the name of this compound, as usual, we know that the position of nitro group is not changed, so therefore we can call it as a 3,5-dinitro This will be the product obtained over here. And the next point which we are second example which we are discussing here will be this one. Suppose we have a starting compound is this one. Let's see here. This is a cyclobutane carboxylic acid. You can take as a number of example, and the reagent is the same, hydroxyic acid in presence of concentrated H2SO4. They convert that carboxylic group into the amine, and we will be getting the name of this compound is cyclobutane carboxylic acid. This is a cyclobutane carboxylic acid. This is the name of the substrate, and that gives this one NH2, and the name of this compound is cyclobutylamine, you can call it cyclobutylamine we are getting over here. So these are the application of Schmidt rearrangement reaction. Now move on to the second application of Schmidt rearrangement reaction that we are going to discuss. We are discussing here applications of Schmidt rearrangement reaction. Second one, second application, the Schmidt reaction gives a synthetic alternative to the Beckmann rearrangement reaction as cyclic ketones undergo a ring enlargement to give lactams by Schmidt reaction. So that is also as one of the alternative of the Schmidt-Beckmann rearrangement reaction. In a Beckmann rearrangement reaction, we already discussed in our starting lectures. So Beckmann rearrangement, if you remember, the starting material used for Beckmann rearrangement reaction is oxime, and these reaction, Beckmann rearrangement reaction, are generally carried out in acidic medium, and that gives the formation of the amides. If the compounds, the starting compounds oximes are cyclic cyclohexanone for example, and then the resulting compound is obtained will be the lactam. The cyclic form of amides are generally termed as a lactam, and you can observe there in a Beckmann rearrangement reaction, migratory aptitude of that alkyl or aryl group also we have discussed. But here there is in Beckmann rearrangement reaction, there is a insertion of NH group in a ring form, and we will get as a similar type of the example. For example, let us see second application. Suppose you have a starting material is this one that is cyclohexanone, and that cyclohexanone further treated with HN3 in presence of H2SO4. H2SO4 that produce this type of the compound. There is a insertion of NH, then we will be getting this type of the compound that we can say is alpha. The adjacent is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, omega, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and epsilon. We can call it as here epsilon caprolactam. This is called as a epsilon caprolactam, and that caprolactam is the starting material used for the synthesis of nylon in a basic condition. That reaction we know that. Then third application which we are going to discuss over here, third application of the Schmidt rearrangement reaction, third one, third application. Let's see here, preparation of alpha amino acids, ethyl acetoacetate reacts with hydrazonic acid in presence of sulfuric acid to give alpha amino acid. Let's see here, and as we know that alpha amino acid, how we can prepare that, let us see. The starting material is ethyl acetoacetate, which is obtained by Claisen rearrangement reaction, Claisen condensation reaction, not Claisen rearrangement, Claisen condensation reaction. And we know the structure of acetoacetic ester, C double bond O, 2 moles of ethyl acetate is used here for the synthesis of this. Is a synthetic reagent, versatile reagent. Variety of the organic compound can be prepared by using this one. when it is treated with hydroxyic acid HN3 in presence of H2SO4, then the reaction takes place to get, there is a insertion of NH. Now here acetyl group, here is a ester group NH, where it get inserted toward the acetyl group or toward the ester group, this one. So you will be getting here CS3, C double bond O, then NH, then this reactive methylene CH2, C double bond O and OET. This type of the product is formed here, and this product further hydrolyze H plus in presence of H2O water. This compound get hydrolyzed. After the hydrolysis, from here hydrolysis can be carried out. We will be getting here H to N, then CH2, C double bond O, OH. This is nothing but as alpha amino acid, which is a glycine is obtained over here, and the side products are here acetic acid as well as ethanol. Is side product are, this is alpha amino acid, and after the hydrolysis we are getting here side product CS3, C double bond O, acetic acid as well as ETOH is a ethanol. These are the side products are formed during this reaction. Then the last one, fourth application we are going to discuss about Schmidt rearrangement reaction will be fourth one, this one. What is it? Preparation of substituted tetrazoles. Preparation of substituted tetrazoles. Tetrazoles is the preparation of substituted tetrazoles. How we can get over here? See, when an excess of hydroxyic acid is used in Schmidt reaction, a substituted tetrazole may be formed, and the product is assumed to be formed by the action of a second molecule of hydroxyic acid on the intermediate obtained from ketones. So that is the actually ketone, as we know that the general formula of ketone R C double bond O R dash. Then this ketone generally treated with NH3 hydroxyic acid in presence of concentrated H2SO4. It gives an intermediate like R, then C, R double bond N. Then there will be N triple bond N. Positive charge comes on the middle nitrogen atom, and when it depart from this intermediate like this, you will be getting here R, C, then R double bond N, and then there is a migration of, let us see here, we can distinguish this. Now the R dash is migrating from here to here, then we will be getting further intermediate R, C, double bond N, R dash, positive charge present on that carbon atom, that is called as a carbanion, carbocation, and that carbocation further get reacted with that hydrazide, second molecule of that hydrazonic acid is going to attack on this carbon atom. Then you will be getting here this type of the species. Here double bond N, here I am writing R dash, here is a R. Then on this carbon atom there will be a nitrogen H. Then here this nitrogen has positive charge, then N, triple bond N, once again it has a positive charge. So now when these type of the species are formed, then these the sigma forming as a double bond over here, and this double bond shifted going to attack on this nitrogen atom, and this positive charge get neutralized. That nitrogen atoms are involved in the ring formation, and after that what you can see here N, then here is a R, here R, here is a double bond N, one more N over here, then double bond N, and one bond with this. So this is a 1, 2, 3 and 4 nitrogen atom are involved in the ring formation, and therefore such kind of the structure are called as tetrazole. This is the structure of tetrazole, and by using this one you can prepare or you can get as an what we can call it as a heterocyclic compound. Tetrazole is an heterocyclic compound. So in this way we have discussed near about the 4 application of that Schmidt rearrangement reaction. I think these are the enough application of this Schmidt rearrangement reaction as far as your syllabus is concerned. In our next lecture we are going to discuss about the pinacol-pinacolan rearrangement reaction. How that pinacol-pinacolan, what kind of the species are generally called as a pinacol and pinacolan, and how rearrangements are taking place, the mechanism of that pinacolan rearrangement reaction, as well as applications of that pinacolan rearrangement reaction. These kind of the application as well as that reaction we are going to describe in detail in our upcoming lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.